Hi you guys, it's Stephanie with Coffee Paper Scissors. Welcome to my channel. So I am working today on some more, well actually this time pockets. I was gonna say tags, but I'm working on some Shabby Chic pockets, and I'm using scraps from all the pages that I was using to, you know, cover the journal and that sort of thing. And because there's just kind of odd shaped, you know, when it's a file folder type of a journal, there's odd shapes and stuff. So there was a lot of cutting of pages, and I thought I would try and use some of those up by covering some pockets with them. Let's see, do I have a paper towel? I have a slightly damp paper towel that I was using to clean something earlier. Trying to get it on the edge. Okay. So I'm going to be doing some kind of like layering of the scraps, and I went ahead and got them prepared so that you didn't have to watch me do that. So what are you guys up to? Are you crafting this week? Are you preparing for Christmas this week? I don't know what I'm doing this week. My daughter's home from school this week, and that doesn't really mean much because she's a teenager and doesn't want to do anything with me. So, but, you know, comes and tells me how bored she is. So we'll see at some point. I'm just kind of marking where this one needs to be. So I have a torn piece and then one underneath. And then I'll have a torn piece and this one underneath. So it's kind of a layer top under. Does that make sense? So then I just kind of mark it so I know where I need to lay it so that I don't have like blank space at the top where I miscalculated, you know. I eyeballed it. Yeah, so I don't really have any plans this week, but I don't know. Our weather's not supposed to be great, so not that I really have any reason to be going into town, but, you know, just for something to get out of the house for a little while, but we'll see. I don't know. Yesterday, so I mean, we've been having snow off and on, and yesterday we didn't have snow, but the day before we did, and then it might have rained a little bit on it, but then yesterday morning, like on the way to church, the roads were kind of wet-ish, you know, and I don't know if it was from temperature necessarily or just traffic on the roads, or if it was that they had put some de-icer on the roads or something. I really don't know, but it wasn't bad, you know, on the way to church services. But last night, I guess it was pretty bad. So not too far from my house, just like literally up the street and around the corner, some kid rolled his pickup truck. I guess he's okay, but I live in a really small community, so, you know, it was on Facebook. I was like, I have totally quit looking at Facebook. I'm just not I'm not one to post. I don't know why, but I've never gotten into the habit of posting things. I don't know. It just, I don't mind reading and looking at other people's pictures and stuff like that, but I don't do it myself. And then sometimes I would find myself just kind of scrolling through people's posts, wasting time. And so I thought, you know what? There's no point really in doing this. So I have quit looking at it, but it is a very good resource for things going on in the community. So of course there's a road conditions community page. So I've been checking that a lot the last few days. So although I don't use it for my own personal posting or anything like that, I do use it for information when I need to. So anyway, the lady, you know how it is in a small town, if you've ever been in one, or you've, seen it on TV, the whole, hey, what happened up the street? It really is, that's how it goes. Or like, do you know what happened? And all of a sudden there's like the real story and a fake story. That's so true. That's where I live. So anyway, I guess the mom, instead of having all kinds of stories out there, the mom posted saying he was fine, that sort of thing. So that was good. But very slippery. I don't know how people have, I'm saying this in a total, like, I'm not saying this in a how do you find time kind of a way. I'm really saying I don't know how people find time to post on all the different social media platforms, when they're doing videos and stuff like that, because so literally I have worked on figuring out, these pockets all day long. And I'm like, if I had, because I've considered, posting things, starting Instagram or something like that, and posting, my projects and things. I've considered it, but then I'm like, I don't know. Well, number one, I don't know how. I'm sure it's not hard, but just taking a picture or whatever, I'm sure it's not hard. But then there's the comments that, might come and stuff like that. And it takes a long time responding to comments. I really appreciate your guys' comments, but it does take a long time, especially I type slow. So that does take a while. But when people have all these different places that they're like, oh, go check out my and this and this and this, I'm like, oh my gosh, they just, must be really fast. I'm a slowpoke. I never thought I was until I started doing this, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I really am a slowpoke. But and that's fine. It doesn't bother me a bit. I don't care. But when I'm trying to get something like this done, I'm like, okay, now I can see that it's kind of, well, it's not a problem. It's just a fact. But I don't know. I'm okay with it. My family members have never said anything about me being a slowpoke, so it must be just with this. I'm an on-time person and all that kind of thing. But I don't know. I'm just rambling just because I'm gluing, and that's not very exciting, so. But yeah, nothing much exciting going on here. So we'll probably have a white Christmas because the forecast just shows more of the same. So that's nice. It is always nice to have a white Christmas. Gonna be going to my sister-in-law's house. And it'd be her and her husband and her 2 kids and her daughter's boyfriend, and then my 2 kids and my husband and me. So, just a small group, but it's nice to get together with someone. I've talked before about how some people have no idea that I even do this. They are some of those some people. I don't share. I'm like, nope. I don't want to tell them. I don't know, that whole misunderstanding of what I'm doing. And anyway, I don't know. I just feel weird talking about it. So I don't say anything. So, okay, so I've got one more, and I'm just layering these up, and then let's see, make sure I've got it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't ink this one. Shoot, I thought I had done such a good job preparing. Oh my gosh. So I have noticed that the lids on the Distress ink, that landed on my floor and got Distress ink on my floor. I have noticed that the lids on the Distress ink do not come off nearly as easily as the lids on the, no, I mean, switch that. The lids on the Distress Oxide. It's like they fit differently, and I am constantly dropping it because I'm thinking the lid's gonna come right off like it does on the Distress ink. At least mine do. I don't know. So yeah, that's not the first time today that that has happened. So on this, I'm using Tattered Rose. And you really kind of have to go over it quite a few times, but it does show up, and I really like the very, very pale tint. So it's nice, I think. And I've been watching a few YouTube videos this morning, and then I saw over on the corner, you know how it has suggested things. I never realized that you could watch movies on YouTube. I know, you guys, I know. I am always the last one to the party. So I was seeing that there was some, I think it's called the Christmas Candle or something. It's free with ads. So I don't know, I just started it kind of before I started the video. And so far so good, you know, it's my kind of movie, you know, the period drama type movies. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. Okay, so I'm just lining it up again so that I don't leave a gap. On these ones, I'm just inking the corners. Okay, just a couple more, and then we're gonna decorate them. So yeah, I really want to learn how to use more social stuff, you know, and do it quickly, you know, for these kinds of things. And I want to learn more about the video editing and things. I really do. I want to quit complaining about it. Doggone, I notice I complain a lot about it, and I really don't want to do that. I don't know if it's complaining or just stating, you know, the obvious sometimes. But yeah, but then again, when I'm slow at something and I've spent literally all day prepping something, it's hard to then sit and try and learn how to, you know, edit or whatever. I just heard the doorbell and I cannot get up because I cannot pause my phone. Okay, I think my husband's upstairs, so. Okay. All right, so we have 3 pockets. And then I have some old Sizzix, they're the thin die cut things that go through the little Sizzix things that, you know, you spin it, it's the small one. And so I thought we would have some fun with these and decorate them up a little bit with some stamps. So I think maybe we'll just go with this one and this. And I have so I have one of these little foamy things. I just got it in the kids section, the kids crafty section at Hobby Lobby, and I just cut a chunk off of it so that it's more manageable. So then we're going to do some stamping over the top of it. And I have this large handwriting stamp. I found it at a thrift store or a yard sale a long time ago. So I have no idea. There's no brand on it or anything that oh yeah, it's a 2000 Stamping Up. It just says copyright 2000 Stamping Up. So I have no idea if it's something that, you know, would be findable again. But I'm just gonna put a little bit of gathered twigs on it. And I'm gonna stand up so that we're semi-straight. Make sure that's... And I don't want it to be like real heavy, so I didn't push real hard. So it was just kind of a light impression. Okay, so then I want to use, I've been pulling out stamps. Let's see, I want to use, where is it? I used it earlier because I was playing. Okay, so it's this one. And I'm just gonna kind of stamp off the edge with this this particular set of stamps. Gosh, I have no idea. It's a Bow Bunny, I'm pretty sure. I think that what it is called is Floral Flourishes, and I bought it at Tuesday Morning quite a while back. So I think that that's what this came from. And let's see, I want it's archival ink. Coffee is the color. And I'm just gonna kind of let it come off the side like that. And then I also have this little butterfly. I found this at a yard sale. No idea the brand or anything like that. I'm gonna make sure that stamp's okay. These ones are hard for me to use because it's hard, it's small, you know, small to hold on to, so kind of tough. But we did it. Get that out of the way, stamp my desk, put my lid back on that. And then I'm gonna ink around the edges with, actually, I think I'll do gathered twigs. Okay. And then let's get that out of the way. Don't know where to put that. Okay, so that's cute, and I mean, I think it's cute. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of like tablecloth behind it, so I have just pieces here that I think I'm gonna have a couple of layers of it kind of coming out the edge of the pocket. I'm gonna see what happens. So I'm just kind of laying it on the lace and giving it, you know, plenty of space around. I have tried to tear this particular lace and it doesn't work. It kind of makes like a mess. It does not look pretty, so I'm not doing that. And then it doesn't show up very much to just have it laying on there. So what I was thinking was to kind of layer it a little bit, like coming off the side. So it kind of thickens it, you know, like maybe you see it a little bit more, maybe. Softens it, kind of like that. And then let's go ahead and I'm just gonna put that down with a little bit of Fabri-Tac. And I'm also gonna be sewing around it, so I think it'll be okay. Okay, I gotta get the glue off my fingers. Hold on here. Okay, and then I'm gonna put Fabri-Tac on this side, and then I'll put regular glue on the other side. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Fabri-Tac is drying pretty quickly. Okay, I'm going to be stitching around it, so I want to give myself plenty of, you know, space on any of the sides of it, either of the sides of it. And then also, I want to add some lace coming from the bottom. Sometimes I sit and take that, you know, the top part off that ruffles it. Sometimes I sit and I just take that off, and so luckily I had this one kind of ready to go because of having done that, so that's good. And I think that what I'm gonna do is get these all prepared, and then I'm gonna sew at the end. And I'm not totally sure which I want to try and use, but I think I'm gonna try and use the art glitter glue. And then I'm gonna have it lay this direction. Maybe I used too much, I don't know. But while we're working on the other ones, this will dry, and so then when I go to sew around it, it shouldn't be a problem. I hope. All right, I'm just gonna lay this one up out of the way. And it's going to be drying in this direction. Okay, so let's do another one. And on this one, I think what we'll do is we're gonna stamp it again over the top of the whole thing and get this out of the way. And we're gonna do the pink this time. I'm tempted to do the tattered rose, but I don't think it'll show up. So I'm gonna do the Victorian velvet. I'm gonna do just a little bit more. And this time, so the other one I had stamped up here, I mean inked up here. This time I inked down here, so I didn't ink over. I will clean it when I'm done with this. And hopefully I got it. Okay, that's good. It's pretty good. It's not as good down here as I would hope, but it's close enough. Okay, and then for this one, I want to use, let's see if I can find it. Yeah. I have this Stampin' Up stamp, and I'm gonna grab a scrap of white cardstock. This is fine. So this one has like a, you know, feather pen and book and a letter and some paper. So it's really cute. I'm gonna do brushed corduroy. Okay, and I'm gonna let that dry for just a moment, and then we'll cut it out. I don't know, do I like that one or do I like Gathered Twigs? Let me stamp this off just a little bit on my paper towel. Because that is a little bit orangey. I don't know. I'm not sure. They're very similar. I do like this one better though. Okay, lay that up there and move this out of the way and let that dry for a minute. I will ink around the edge of this. Okay. Okay, I can still see that it's shiny in some areas. It's still drying, so I'm just going to move it up out of the way. So for this, I want to put it on here, but then run some like ribbon out to the edges through some eyelets. Some tiny little pink eyelets. Okay, so I'm going to kind of line it up so that I know where I want it to be. And then I'm going to take this and just kind of poke the center of it so that I know where it is. Okay. And then I'm going to use my punch. Just line it up with that little hole, hopefully. No, it didn't. Doggone, that's frustrating. I'm trying to go right on the top of it, but you know, that's all right. That's all right. And then I need my thing. Okay, where'd the other one go? There it is. Okay, so there's one. Okay, these ones I have noticed, these tiny little grommets, they don't squish very easily. I don't know if it's, I mean, this thing is all the way down. It will not go down any farther. Let me switch it over to this one. See if I can get any more squish out of it. It's a little bit. But, I mean, it's okay because it's going to be down. It's not a big deal. All right. So for this, I wanted to use, where did it go? This. Hopefully I got enough. And then it'll come off of both sides like that. So let's get another section of it. I hope I made that one long enough. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. Barely. As long as I'm in the center. Okay, so I'm gonna put glue here. It's not closing very well again, so I think there's glue stopped up inside of it. I think that's fine. Okay, and then I'm going to take some art glitter glue and just kind of glue the sides down. So I'm just going to lift the edge and put just a dab of glue. It'll end up getting sewn over, so that'll be fine. Just kind of tack it down. Is that fine or too spread apart? I think it's fine. It's going to have to be fine because it's stuck now. Oh, shoot. So do any of you guys watch, I mean, this is like totally out of the blue. Do any of you guys watch Call a Midwife? This season ended weird. I didn't even realize that it was the last, you know, show. And then, so then there was a just talking about the show, which I don't really care to watch those shows, you know, where they just interview the cast and stuff like that. So that one I didn't watch. And then the next week I go, oh, did it record? And there wasn't one. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And so I went and I looked online, and the one that I had seen, the last one that I had seen, was the season finale. And I'm like, that was the season finale? Well, I don't know. Did any of you guys watch it and get confused in the same way? I was just like, normally something happens, you know, but it just seemed very, I don't know, nothing-ish. I mean, I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, well, I guess there was that and there was that, I guess, but it didn't seem like a grand finale of any sort. I always kind of like that show. It's fun to watch. My light is flickering. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's really frustrating me. My eyes are freaking out a little bit. I'm gonna turn it off and then back on again. So my camera is probably gonna do a little bit of weird stuff here in a second when I'm finished fussy cutting this out. Okay, I'm just gonna play with my camera, it's still doing it. That is weird. Let's see. I'm gonna ink around with this one. Okay, and then I'm gonna glue this like right down here, just kind of off to the side. I think it's really cute. Don't you think that's cute? And then, you know, I'm gonna stitch around, and so, you know, it'll all finish off cute, I think, or nice or pretty. I don't know. I'm gonna add some lace to it also. Yeah, I'm really sorry if I turn off my lamp, it's too dark. Like my eyes don't focus well, so I've got to have my lamp on. Weird. I'm hoping that you guys don't see what I'm seeing, but I have a feeling that you probably are. Okay, so on this one, I want to use, I have this really delicate looking lace. And again, on this one, I'm just going to run a little bit of glue. Wow, you guys, it's freaking my eyes out. I'm just so afraid it's going to be really dark. I'm going to have to do some sewing. Maybe I'll just turn it off while I'm sewing. I really don't know which side is the right side. Okay, and then I have, so yeah, I've been sitting pulling the top of this one off, and this one is really difficult. I'm just going to get the basic, you know, amount that I need, and then I can trim it if necessary. And on this one, I'm going to lay it down because that glue is wet. This one I'm putting on the top, and then I'll be stitching over it. But I'm going to need to let it sit and dry as well. The one thing about doing that and then not ironing it is that you know, in areas it doesn't touch. And it is art glitter glue, but it still takes a second to dry. But I think for the most part, it's tacked down enough. Oh gosh, it's definitely coming off on the back. This one's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Oh gosh, yeah, it's a challenge. I'm trying to do too much at once. I'm going to see if I can just kind of lay it up here. It's barely touching. Hopefully it will dry. Okay, I have one more. Where'd it go? Probably on the floor. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so for this one, I think this side is up. We're going to use a doily and some more doily. I'm looking for some white doily. And I just want a little bit of it. Like maybe that's probably more than I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, we'll see how that goes. The light quit flickering. Isn't that weird? Okay, so for this one, I wanted to use, where did it go? I have a stamp laying around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's this. It's another Stampin' Up. This one says 2004 on it. And I'm going to use the Victorian Velvet. And I want to get her and some of the script. Really don't know. It's really pretty. There's some glue down there. It's a really pretty stamp. Okay, and then I have this little oh my gosh, I have a huge mess to clean up. I have this little swirly stamp that I was going to add in there because it doesn't quite reach all the way up. Okay. It's really pretty, huh? Okay, and let's go ahead and ink around it with the gathered twigs. I'll get this out of the way. And then we'll ink around these. So now my distress ink lid is getting stuck. So maybe it's just me. So we're gonna put these here. Okay. Total silence. Wish I had something exciting to share. But okay, I don't know how much of this I want, so maybe take that much off. We'll see how that looks. And I'm going to have this hanging. I'm going to cut some. I don't know where I want to cut it though. Wonder if I did it like, nope, I don't like that. Not much of this shows, so I'm not sure. Just kind of wondering if I don't put it back there. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to cut too much of her off. Okay, we're just going to do it. So yeah, I'm watching that movie on YouTube, so we'll see how that goes. I don't know, I feel like since it started, I'm like, I don't know, I'm familiar with it, or have I seen it before? I don't think I've seen it, but then I'm wondering, is it a remake? And I've seen the story in another form. I don't know, but it looks familiar in some way to me. Trying to figure out where I want this. Okay. I have been having the hardest time uploading my videos. See, here I am complaining again, you guys. I'm so sorry. But, I mean, I've got to talk about something, right? So let me just share what I go through in a day. No, it's not that big of a deal, but I generally don't post the longest videos. You know, I half an hour, generally not an hour, sometimes 20-something minutes, sometimes less. But lately, I have had to try twice on all of my videos. They'll be trying to upload for hours. And so then I'll delete the upload and I'll re-upload. And the second time, it goes right through. I don't get it. Oh, and then another thing, you guys, you know, anybody who's still around, because I know this is a long video, so I should probably say this in all of my videos. Again, so YouTube is not real good at getting all of my notifications to me. And, you know, I don't understand technology, so the fact that it doesn't always work properly, that's not a surprise to me at all. It's not necessarily their fault. It's a glitch, you know, that sort of a thing. I'm not really complaining about YouTube because I do get most of them. But I always check. There's a place that you can check if you're not somebody who does YouTube videos. There's a place that you can check for notifications. You can do it like I normally check on my iPad and I answer on my iPad. These are a bunch of Shabby Dabby Doodah labels. Anyway, so I go, I check. That's really cute. It's really pale, but I like it. And I answer them that way. And then also they come through my email as well. And so when I'm looking at my email, I'll just go over there real quick and I'll make sure that everything that's showing up in the email section has been responded to. And then every once in a while, I'll click further in and it'll, show me any video or any comments that are, haven't been responded to. And every once in a while, there'll be one that I've missed. And so I'll respond to that. The other day, I checked that section and there was nothing that I hadn't responded to. The next day, oh, it's too dark. One showed up, 3 showed up. The next day, 3 showed up. One from a month before, one from 5 months before, and one from 6 months before. And it makes me feel really bad because I wouldn't ignore anybody, I always answer when somebody sends me or, comments on a video or something like that. I always answer. And so the fact that sometimes YouTube doesn't get their comment to me is like I'm ignoring them altogether. And that to me is just like so embarrassing. So if you send me a message and I do not respond to you in any way, just know that it's not me being snotty. It's that I'm not getting the message. And so yeah, I responded to those. I'm like, sorry guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. And maybe, I think it'll glue it. I think it'll go through it's really thin lace, like holey. So yeah, I know there was one time, it was a person who I didn't remember ever getting a comment from before. So I couldn't go and find her somewhere else. And I couldn't find her at all, And so she left me the sweetest comment. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to respond to this comment because, how sweet is that? I couldn't. The comment was gone. When you go to my video, that comment was not on my video anymore. It showed up in my email notifications. It showed up in the notifications on my iPad. But whenever I would go to try and answer it, it would disappear. So I always felt really bad about that one. I felt so bad about that one because it was so sweet. Not that all of the comments aren't sweet, but she was especially sweet. She was just like, so complimentary and all that. It was just a really nice comment that she had left me. I was thinking about something on this one too. I don't think I inked around that one. That's a bummer. I don't like to do this. I've gotten better at it. I remember, when I first started, I was not good at fixing this little mistake at all, but I've gotten better. Okay. Let's see, I want to put this one on here, I think. That looks nice. It's lots of pink, but that's kind of what I'm going for. this one. I wonder where that London one went. Too dark. There. Ink. I still have several pages of these to cut out. It makes my hands really tired. It comes with so many pages though. Oh my gosh, it's like, I don't know, 10 pages of labels. Sorry about the noise. My daughter's, if you hear anything, it's my daughter and her friend in the room right next door to me doing stuff. So sorry about it if it's noisy. Okay, so let's sew. I hope you stick around to see how they turn out because they look really cute all sewn. Yeah, look at all those, and I still have like 4 pages left to cut. And Tina, it's Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah, and she does not charge, you know, too much for her stuff. I don't know. It's all very well priced, in my opinion. Her stuff is very well priced. All right, I'm gonna move my sewing machine over and we'll sew around them real quick and then we'll finish them off. I know you guys can't see really, but I mean, I'm just sewing. It's nothing special. And this is the one I did first, so let's do this one first. Hopefully everything stays where it's supposed to stay. Off the edge just a little. I just kind of sew right over the other stitching. Okay, so I don't know if I'm totally done with it yet, but it's sewn around. And now we'll do this one. I think we'll start over here. So yeah, I hope you guys aren't just bored to death. I haven't had any like exciting stories to tell or anything like that, so I can understand it not being the most exciting thing. Okay, there's that one stitched around. Oh, I think it's so pretty. Okay, and then let's get this one. quite a few layers right here where the lady is. Went a little too far on that one. Same with that one. I've been wondering what, you know, some of the people that do the challenges every year, they come up with these new challenges. First of all, I mean, how do they come up with these things? Oops, I just goofed that up. You know, they have such great imaginations, but I've been wondering, you know, what are they going to come up with this year? And I was thinking I might try and join in. I did try and join in on some of the collage last year, but I don't know, it didn't go that well for me. So I quit doing it. It's not that I didn't really like it, but okay, I'm going to put that there. It's just that I'm kind of feel like I wasn't all that great at it. And I know it's like a practice, you know, practice and you get better, but I don't know. So I didn't do any of them. So it'll be interesting to see what, you know, what they come up with this year, and maybe I'll do some. Maybe. Okay, so that one is done. Isn't that cute? I think it's really cute. I'm gonna cut those off. Okay, so there's that one. And then, let's see. Do I have something to put on this one? This is huge. Isn't that a cool butterfly? Actually, that's not bad, is it? I mean, that's cute. Is it? Is it too much? I feel like it needs something up here. That's too much. I was cutting out one of the flowers from the curtainy things, and I don't know, that's really cute. Maybe if it's in just a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Anyway, I was cutting one of these out, and they don't show up very well on this anyway. They show up fine on here, but I'm gonna hot glue that. Is that the right side? I think so. I'm gonna glue it down and then figure out where I need to put hot glue. Ow. Is that where I wanted it? I think so. So this came from, I don't know, a tablecloth or something. I think it's just a portion of it. I might have split it with somebody. I don't remember where it came from. I might have gotten it in Happy Mail. I don't really know. It's really cute though. I've got little glues sticking to me. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's like so, what is it called? Stringing. Where's my, there. That stuff is just so hard to get off of you once it gets on. That's cute. Okay, and then on this one, I think, again, it doesn't really show up. I wanted to put, I have these little they're too yellow. I think I'll put one of these. I love these little bows. I just think they're the cutest little bows. Okay. This is fine down here. I think I'll leave it. I'll just put it on with a little bit of Fabri-Tac and let it sit. Kind of covers up that bottom of the doily a little bit. Okay. So that only took us, I don't know how long, but a long time. An hour. Oh my gosh, this is probably the longest video I've ever done. Sorry about that, you guys. Didn't think it would take that long. But I think they're really pretty. Hope you like them. And thanks you guys for watching. If you're still here, I appreciate it very much. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.